Good. So now I want to list the products now. I want to list the products. And to list the product, this is something new that we are getting to introduce ourselves to, and that is the data lists. So bring a data list on the screen. Data list just allow you to connect data from the user or from a particular data source. So put it here because it's currently not showing, but it will show, don't worry, when we connect our data. Let's just design the framework first. Let's design it first before we go ahead with the other things. Take map out the space, data viewer list, data viewer list. So you can even change the pattern. You see here. Let me rename it first. I think that's always the first thing. So data viewer list products. Just follow there. Let me see all products. Just follow their pattern. All products, and you can see the details. What you can change there. I think I will go with this title, and then of course after I've connected the data source, I can then I'll come back to this later, but let's just finish up with our design first before we come to that. So now there's something I want you to do now. Look at this. I want us to do now. Look at this icons at the bottom side of the application. That is what we want to work on now. So in order for us to be able to do that, I want us to use the group. I want us to group this together because I want us to really be using it again and again. So come to this group. We are getting to know more about Thunkable component. Come to this group and put it here. Now you have the group now. Of course, you are going to be reducing it because the size, reduce it. You have to fit into what you are going to be having here. Let me bring it closer to myself. So I'll increase this. So now in order for, well, since you have created the group, what you now need to do is now the item you want to be using, you now start dragging it there. So let me just say group. Let me rename the group to group bottom bar. Group bottom bar. I'll make this bigger for now so that I can drag the button. Yeah, reduce this. Of course, it's going to be taking a transparent background so that we not. It's going to be taking a transparent background. And now I can zoom in. Now you can go and rename it to button. Go to home page. I'll call this dashboard. Home page. I'll change the color to black. XX. Change the color to black SS, and I'll change this background to transparent other bar, just bring it down. Yeah, so it's not transparent now. And I'll also increase the font size. I can cancel this one. Oh, I can reduce the font size to somewhat around 12. Is that not small? Yeah, I think that is good. Even I can even make it 10. And I'll then give the font to this. Right. So to duplicate it, I'll just come and copy here. Yeah, so to duplicate, I'll just say Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Or if you right click, yeah, right click is not working, just say Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So this will be the one I'm working with now. So I'll just drag it to the side so that I can have the same property. To duplicate it, just go to UI components, do Ctrl C, then do Ctrl V. So align it and just change it button, go to home page. Then this will be, go to my orders, and I have that on the dashboard, and I'll change the name. So once you update the property, just be duplicating it, it will be very easy. So just change this to my orders. So you have that now. Then do the same thing under my orders, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. You can see that I have that now. So I'll just drag it to the side again, drag it to the side again. I'll then say rename it again, button. This time around, this button name is button track order. Button track order, and it is on the dashboard page. So I'll rename it to track orders. Yeah, so now the last button that we are going to be having now, we are going to do the same thing. Come to your UI components, click on that active element, to Ctrl C, to Ctrl V. And now you have it duplicated. So move it, that new one, move it to the side now. Move it to the side now and make sure it is well properly aligned. You can always change and update it. Yeah. So now this last one will then be button logout. So let us go and rename it. This is what we are going to be using to log our user out. So let's call this button. This is not going to any page. So button logout, and we have it on the dashboard page. So now everything is set. Now if you zoom out, so zoom out. So we have our page design now. So the next thing we are going to, of course, let me just do something here before we move on to the next section. Click on your group and make your background color to be, I want to change the background color to F3, checking the previous one I used. Yeah, so I'll come here and change the background to, just come to background F3. Yeah, so that will be nice. So now that we have that, then we can then go ahead to connect our data source.